Welcome to what many consider to be the new home for boxing. We are in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia at Kingdom Arena. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time now for our tale of the tape. It's the Towering Inferno. Yes, this man is a light middleweight, but he's still 6'5.5" tall. How is that possible? That's why they call him the Towering Inferno. And up against him, it's the Towering Inferno. Making his way to the ring, the guy they call the Towering Inferno, and you can tell why. Sebastian Fundora. Can you imagine having to deal with this guy's frame? They call him, of course, the Towering Inferno. And he'll be facing Sebastian Fundora, fighting out of Coachella, California, ranked as the best active light middleweight by the...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, representing the renowned boxing family from Coachella, California in the United States, here is a unified super welterweight champion of the world, the Towering Inferno, Sebastian Fundora. From Coachella, California in the United States, here...
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. A perfect counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Fundora just got rocked. And down goes the Towering Inferno. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Shot from the... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you continue?
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
He's up, but for how long? Look at him. On the heels. Look at it. There's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Pretty good start the first half of this round.
No doubt.
Clearly his opponent was too much for him, and he's thrown in the towel. So they will throw in the towel.
For I am the truth. I am the light that lighteth every man and woman that cometh into this continent, into this world of America today.
The take your place, be someone, be someone. Rise up, show your face, touch the sun, stand up, state your case, speak as one, rise up, human race, everyone, everyone.
For I am the truth. I am the light that lighteth every man and woman that cometh into this continent, into this world of America today.
Rise up, take your place, be someone, be someone. Rise up, show your face, touch the sun, stand up, state your case, speak as one, rise up, human race, everyone, everyone.
I just need a minute to replenish who I am, and who I am is so dependent on exactly where we stand. I stand in any pose, anything but tippy toes. I want you to feel smaller, always taller. Now I'm a cheerleader, she a baller. The difference in height isn't I left my ego at the altar. Now every ring's a thing, and everything I taught you is coming back around to me, just like revolvers. And every single click is just hammering it home. Who knew Russian roulette involved answering the phone? Until my signal dwindles or my channel is in Rome, or my cell phone dies, or it's cancer in my dome. And dear nicks the tone as I pull my pain out. One of your short nose might blow my brains out, but you ain't even pick up. Talking to myself, exactly what you sick of.
Feeling kinda restless. Did you get my message? It's swirling around in the storm.
Yeah, come on.
No, don't tell me that you care when I know you're standing there.
Yeah.
I left the story of my life on your answering machine. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Hello, would you pick up the phone? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Hello, would you pick up the phone?
We were like, if a tree falls in the forest and no one is around, does it really make a sound? That's romantic and profound. But now we're like lumberjacks holding the axes that bring it down. So I'm now on your message, talking about remember. Silence in return, that sounds like timber. There's some that can't see the forest because they liars, but I can't see the forest cause of the fire. And in our prehistorics, the flowers was rooting for us. Brontosaurus ate the flowers, T-Rex ate the Brontosaurus, and then the T-Rex turned around and ate the florist. That's why I lost my FTD endorsement, but that's really not important. My sadness is snitch, my melancholy informant. Despair wears the wire, my longing rapping the song. My worry is the rap, my lonely tapping the phone.
I wanna give you reasons, tell you what I'm feeling, but none of these lines are secure. No, don't tell me that you care when I know you're standing there. I left the story of my life on your answering machine. My tears run off your shoes like water from a goose. You try to wash off all the dirt, but your hands aren't getting clean. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Hello, would you pick up the phone?
To make believers on receivers as you sit back and observe as the rubber curly cord just absorbs all my words. Will you collect us, then connect us, or neglect us on the hole into the wall, then cross the wires on the telephone poles, then bounces off the towers, then up into the satellites, then falls down back to earth to bring a broken heart back to life. Happens all the time, lost the appetite and lack of sleep. If it's dead and flat in line, I leave a message at the bed.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Hello, would you pick up the phone? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Hello, would you pick up the phone? Would you pick up the phone? Would you pick up the phone? Hello, would you pick pick up the phone.
Another done. All day and just what have I become? No chance, I'll stay what they waiting for. No brain on stage, been here before. Hold on too much, gotta let it
Feeling like I got a brand new contract. Armed and dangerous and ready for combat. Soon as I catch him on sight, it's contact.
All right, I went up. Let's go.
What are you doing? You switched off completely. Okay, it's not working out. It's not working out. Switch southpaw.
One, two, three, four, five, six. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Don't jump up. Take the Okay, focus. Focus. Big deep breath. Let's fight. Listen, you've switched off. What are you doing?
Do your business.
Okay, you let him back into the fight that round. That's it.
still want to fight.
Oh, what was that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching off. You've been coasting this. Let's do it. Great work, great work. Going so nicely. Goes on plan.
one, many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. Compliments on my accomplishments are only possible due to your involvement, volume, level, and confidence. The consequences stimulating your consciousness, activating the cognitive structures. I think all you mother and opposites still play a vital role in my conquering. The combination of confrontation and pondering. Occupation is populating the conference with conversation, no astonishment, consuming the comments and then vomiting up the Vonnegut. Hey. Ominous as a monster is underneath your posturepedic, possibly in the closet. It's an necropolis, scary how I'm optimistically obstinate. Ain't no domino in my dominance when I'm dropping this. Janis Joplin droplets. It sound like the apocalypse mixed with Christopher Wallace's topics on top of obelisks. It's a kabbalist novelist inside of
We welcome. It's sunny. We've waited a long time. And we're underway in round one. Scoring uppercut there. The straights continue to score. Catch and shoot. And he just misses with that jab. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
It's so hot, it's so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on here.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, she's like a match made in heaven.
Careful not to punch himself out. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And that jab just missed with the left hand. A perfect counter lands. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance. Here we go for round two. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter. Johnny, you would know this better than me, but I would hate fighting someone with this swarmer style. They don't let you breathe. They don't let you get off the ropes. You can't get your offense off. You just got to deal with them.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Well done with that counter shot. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. focus is on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside, and winning round after round.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
How about that time counter shot? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Needs a knockout without it.
There's the bell to start round 3. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Looking to land the hook. Good defense stopping that jab. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Swing and a miss with the left uppercut. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Those counter punches have to hurt. Neither one of them wants this to go to the judges' scorecards. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they... There's the bell for round 4. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. And he scores with the counter. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Beautiful counter punch. No rest for the weary. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Good counter punching. They both want a knockout, you can tell. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a... Back into the fray here in round 5. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on there. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
He threw a punch and just got countered. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make...
And Manny goes down! We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin's standing up to that shot.
I need to see that again.
Their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
Hey, those punches add up. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter shot. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not... There's the bell for round 6. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Beautiful counter shot. You'd like to see more jabs. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punch. That counter punch caught him clean. That punch scores. There's a counter shot. Punch, counter punch. Stamina is off the charts. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. As bad... And there's the bell for round 7. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
That jab misses. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
They exchange punches. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. A perfect counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Both men step back for just a moment. That counter shot lands. And he misses with that straight left. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. I can't believe it. They are giving up. So there you have it. It is official now, and that is not the way anyone wanted this fight to end.
Another done. All day and just what have I become. No chance, I'm still what they waiting for. No brain on stage, been here before. Hold on too much, gotta let it go. No pain, I'm out of it, ain't involved. No call, no show, I ain't really gone. Too late to say I was dead wrong. Throwing out the way for that info. Feel lost, but I know that we close. We down my lane on the road. Feel like I've been here before, but maybe switching my roles. Cold dude, no you. Now you ain't never that. So lose, I do. I gotta run it back. Cold dude, no you. Now you ain't never that. So lose, I do. I gotta run it back. Another one time be fun. I think my end just begun. Another one last time, please, y'all. Nah, I ain't live to please y'all. Ain't got no plans to be through. With this whole thing to see through. And I ain't trying to be cool. Nah, I'm just trying to be true. But all I do is see blue. At least the 10 in my room. Feel like it's trying to consume. But I'm just days of refuse. Or maybe make it out soon. I assume that my doom ain't the worst of the guess. What my purpose is. Start my verse, then I fall when the curtain ends. When the curtain ends, yeah, it's just back to pretend. Yeah, it's just back in the bins. Yeah, it's just back in my ends. Off in the back where I blend.
I'm Todd Grisham, and welcome inside the Lighthouse Theater. And what a night and what a fight we expect this to be. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson. It's the Mexican monster, David Benavidez. He's got that aggressive style, so good with the power punchers. A great finisher when he has someone hurt. It's the Mexican...
This bout is...
So much hype surrounding this big man. Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Nice hook there. And that hook scores. To this beautiful theater, Shakespeare has nothing on the drama that we've seen between these two fighters. We expect a standing ovation when these two are done.
Todd, I love theatres. For all these reasons, you can hear everybody in the crowd. You can hear the punches actually echo. You're the fighter coming in, and you know you're in such an intense atmosphere. You know the pressure is going to be on.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Those counter punches have to hurt. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. You know that bell was sweet. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot. Jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Catch and shoot. They threw the hook, it didn't land. The perfect counter lands. Nice counter shot. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
How about that time counter shot? His stamina is off the charts. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. In this moment forward. There's the bell to start round 3. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until the senses have come back.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. display here is incredible. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. A perfect counter shot. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well done with that counter shot. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? There's a counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That counter shot lands. Beautiful counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read. Hold her right there! The Mexican monster's in trouble. The game plan does not seem... There's the bell for round 4. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That hook doesn't score. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Let me explain to you about a fast fight that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can...
Let's watch that again, replay from a different angle.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4. And we continue.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
And he just misses with that jab. Punch, counter punch. They exchange punches. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Well, if this trainer has a pep talk, now's the time to use it as they were dropped twice in the last round.
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody up.
We've been coasting this fight, and now... Nice round, good round, I like.
And there's the bell for round 5. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knock... Oh, wait a minute! And it's survival time for David Benavidez. And David Benavidez is on the canvas. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
I've got to see that.
Well, he's had enough, and he is gonna quit. And that is...
know what they thought this was, but I come through smoking. Smooth criminal like pounds, just told them. With a squad get scolded. Walk with the Lord, not an omen. Still might have to grill a brother like Foreman. When my dogs start rioting, leaves will be falling off trees. You'd think that it's autumn. Yo, I can't stand these rap boys, feel to eliminate all. I'm trying to raise this stack, boy, so tall that it might fall. Top striker, man, I lick off the goal, so anything I set, I achieve and more. Soon bring the man them on some kind of tour. Enough liquor bottles in my rider report. I don't know why they would step to the team, and I'll send man airborne like
Who could forget what happened here? May it? And here is Emmanuel Augustus.
This bout is scheduled.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Nice hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice counter punch right up the middle. A swing and a miss with that jab. Nice counter shot. Nice counter shot. There was so much hype surrounding this match, I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
It's so hot, so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on you.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
And he scores with the counter. Nice defense, avoiding the right uppercut. These two fighters are made for one another. Punch, counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Which fighter will say no mas? There's a counter shot. Let's talk about Emmanuel Augustus. What do we expect to see here in round two? Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Catch and shoot. A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
A perfect counter shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? How about that time counter shot? Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Beautiful counter shot. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Good counter punch. Is not an option for these two. That counter shot lands. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. about Emmanuel. On to the third. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always cut. Oh, and Augustus might be ready to fall down. And down goes Emmanuel Augustus. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
That's lights out.
1, 2, 3, 4.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
That counter punch caught him clean. Beautiful counter punch. Couldn't land that jab. Nice counter. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. His stamina is off the charts. Good counter punching. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Let's talk about Emmanuel. And there's the bell to start round 4. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Well done with that counter shot. The perfect counter lands. Those counter punches have to hurt. Neither fighter willing to slow down. They exchange punches. Nice counter punch. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He threw a punch and just got countered. And he scores with the counter. Swing and a miss with that hook. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. Nice counter. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Emmanuel. On to the 5th we go. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice counter shot. Nice defense on that jab. He perfect counter lands. Beautiful counter punch. The straight right just misses. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Well done with that counter shot. Augustus is wobbly right now in some big trouble. Looks like they've shaken it off.
What recovery skills they are. What a
Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. Augustus is clipped. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Emmanuel. Here we go in the 6th round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
A perfect counter shot. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. How about that time counter shot? Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Punch. It's Augustus about to crumble to the canvas. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead they're in there throwing bombs again.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Punch, counter punch. Another scoring shot there. Nice counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford and Round 7, here we go. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Done with that counter shot. He misses with that jab. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think them. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Counter shot lands. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. His stamina is off the charts. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford. Round 8, and we're off again. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those popped areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Beautiful counter punch. How about that time counter shot? He threw a punch and just got countered. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Nice counter punch right up the middle. The straight right just misses. They exchange punches. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. This round could go either. Did you see that? And that will do it. What a victory. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
You're right, Todd.
Not many people would have.
Yeah, like a duff. All the belts mighty.